Good morning, you YouTubers. Brian Paragamian, senior trader, co-founder, professional stock trader, live.com, bringing you back the mid-morning update that I promised here for what? It is Tuesday, March 10th. I can't keep my days straight. Stock market up over 240 points right now. As you've heard here, I've been talking about I'm looking for a significant rally. What sparked it? It probably could have been the Citibank talking about that it's had 2 profitable months. We've got a stock market up 240 points. We've got oil up 68. Lo and behold, we've got gold down $13.10. We actually did break down below its 50-day moving average, took out the $1,000 level. We're snapping back now. It doesn't surprise us. We're looking for a close below the 50-day moving average. That's what I want to see here, is a close below the 50-day. Looking for it then to head down. Probably test out on the very, very short term, the 880 to 885 level. I think then we've got a measured move down into the 835, let's call it the 850 area, I think is what we can be looking for. First target now talking about here on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, I'm looking at 7150. Second target being where we broke down from, around the 7450 area. We're just noticing here in the charts now here, we've got a chopping formation here that I'm looking at here between the 707.75 area on the S&P futures and the 702.50 area. I certainly would not want to see here on the absolute short-term basis a break below 702.50. That would suggest maybe a little bit more pressure on the stock market on the short term here. We're talking minute to minute, hour to hour, but I certainly would be surprised if we did not break above the highs of the day on the Dow, which come in around the 6820 area, push up, close at the highs of the day. There's no reason not to see that. We've got a breadth of 2700 plus advancing on the New York, less than 200 declining. Absolutely superb breadth figures. We've got the Russell average up 17 points. Absolutely having a huge day. We got the semiconductors up 12 points. I definitely would look for the stock market to head higher throughout the day. A couple of other key things I want to talk about here is, gold is on the verge. It did break its 6-month, going back to November, uptrend line again. We'd like to see it close below 903, breaking its 50-day and closing below it on the 50-day moving average. Next target, as I talked, is the 880 to 885 area. Oil is starting to get a little overbought. If you look on it on the stochastics, you can see it's kind of struggling in here today. It got up to a high of 48.30. Yesterday's high being 48.80. So it's not showing as much strength as I'd like it to show. But nonetheless, it is up, and it will probably continue to move higher as the stock markets move higher. But I am cautioning you now, it is all overbought on the stochastics. So it is warranted maybe a little bit of a pullback, probably back into the 45, 46 area. So that's overbought. Again, we talked about heading into today, getting along some of the financials. We weren't afforded that opportunity, so we're not going to press the table there. We talked about Caterpillar last night on our update. Caterpillar is up over 2 points right now. We talked about ticker symbol HES. HES is up over $2.50 right now. So again, we're trying to put you in stocks that we think have favorable positions. Our members are making money here in this environment. We want you to make money as well. If you're not making money, I suggest you go to professionalstocktraderlive.com. I've been talking about this rally developing here over the past, weeks. If you're not catching it, it's a shame, but you started hearing too much talk in the Wall Street Journal. Kramer, you heard some people on CNBC all talking about, anywhere between 5,800 on the downside on the Dow to as low as the 4,800 to 5,000 area. I thought it was too much negative sentiment. The McClellan Oscillator told us that we were primed and ready to move. We're starting to see that move. I continue to think the move is going to continue to happen. It won't surprise us, now if we have a strong close today, maybe get some pullback tomorrow, but net, we have to look for the stock market to move back up to a bare minimum 7150, and I think we need to look at here at a bare minimum on the short-term basis, gold dropping down to the 880, 885 area where it broke out from a pennant formation going back, over a month ago. That's what I'm looking for here in the short term. Again, if you're not making money, go to our site, professionalstocktraderlive.com. We got a lot of great things, as we've talked about here. We've talked about oil, what you need to look for there. We've talked about gold, what you need to look for there. We're talking about on a short-term basis here now on the S&P futures. And right now, as we talk, we got the S&P futures trading 703. So it is starting to back off just a little bit. We don't want to see a break below that 702.50 because, then we've got kind of a topping formation up there. We don't want to see that. We'd like to see this rally continue here today. Nothing will surprise us, but we are looking for a snapback here after this pullback because, look, the breadth is 2,700 to the good, less than 200 decline. You just don't break that kind of momentum on a one-day basis. absolutely negative outlook we've got here. Too bearish, everyone, on the short term. So we think we're going to see this pullback here. Even if we break the 70250 area, we think we're then going to rally back, and we think we're going to close at or near the highs of the day. Let's not be surprised if we then have some type of pullback tomorrow. Again, we'll try and get back to later on in the day, maybe with a post-closing comment. I'm not sure, again, tonight if we're going to put on what we put for our members on our website. But again, we certainly hope you are starting to get a feel for what we bring here, and that we're straight shooters. We're only here to give you the best and the brightest. That's what we feel we deliver. One stock I will share with you right now, ticker symbol SQNM. SQNM. I would tell you to take a look at that stock because it's a very interesting stock. Not only is it very oversold, but the stock is trading in the mid-20s here going back, and it's called Sequenom. And if you go ahead and take a look at some of the latest stories that have come out on it here, just last week they've got a test that they can do on embryonic fluid that can tell if a baby's got Down syndrome or not. I don't know, if the story's been spread too much or if people know a lot about it, but ticker symbol Sam, Queen, Nancy, Mary. I think it's a very interesting speculative buy here. Our members along it, we're using a stop down below 12 1/4. I don't want to give it a whole lot of room on the downside, but I think if you can get ahead on this trade here, I think you can go ahead and, if you can get the stock back up over 14, you can, bring your stop up a little bit from these levels, maybe into the 13 1/4 area. Make sure you lock in, maybe a small profit even on it. At least position yourself where you're not going to lose money. But I think SQNM, Sam, Queen, Nancy, Mary, I think is a very compelling swing trade idea. I think the upside is absolutely huge. The stock could be trading in the mid-20s here. Let me just pull up a daily chart on it and tell you exactly, where this stock was going back. Back to what is this here? January 22nd, the stock was traded as high as 26. And you've got some downtrend lines that come in all in the 14 area on a very short-term basis going back to mid-February. And if you draw the one going back to mid-January, they all come in around 14 or slightly there above. So I think this is a very compelling spot. I think, it's on a more speculative type thing, but I think the upside is really big on it. The stock is now starting to uptick. Actually, as I talk, I'm trading 1334. I think it's the highest I've seen it all day. This is one I would look at. Sam, Queen, Nancy, Mary. That's an idea that you might want to consider. Again, do your own due diligence. Seek your advice of your financial advisor. We are not, an advisory service. We don't give out recommendations. We're here to show you what we do on a daily basis, and we're here to help educate you on how to beat Wall Street, which is the most important thing, how to beat Wall Street in these tough times. It doesn't matter, up markets, down markets, flat markets. We're here. We can make money in every environment. We wish you the best here for the rest. Safe trading, and we'll try and be back later on in the day. Again, if you're not making money in this market, or even if you're making money, you're probably not making enough, I certainly recommend you go to ProfessionalStockTraderLive.com. Take advantage of our 3-day free trial. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Sign up. It's free. It is free. Unlike a lot of other free things, ours is free. You don't have to put your credit card in. Nothing like that. Take advantage of the 3-day free trial. Come on, take a look and watch our live daily webcast. Full transparency trading. We'll answer whatever questions you might have, technical or fundamental or anything like that. We'll try and answer whatever you got. We think we've got an absolutely outstanding service for $10.99 a month. That's right, $10.99 a month. It's absolutely crazy, but we're here to help educate the public, and that's what we're doing. And not only are we educating the public, people are making a lot of money by following right along with the trades we're doing in a real-time setting. Have yourselves a great day and safe trading. Keep out of trouble. Net, we believe the market heads higher here in the short term, so I wouldn't get too bearish right in here. The negativity is too much. Have a good trading day. We'll try and be back later this afternoon.